how this one Instagram ad made me $12,000 in 48 hours. And I was blown away. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the channel. My name is Oscar Cardona. I own a media company called Pathfinder Productions that does everything from content to marketing, as well as social media management. And coming live to you here from our second baby, the Pod Place, a place to podcast. It's a podcast/content studio. And today we're going to talk about simple Instagram, Facebook ads that could generate you a ton of money. If this sounds intriguing to you, hit the subscribe button and make sure you stay till the end, because the end is going to have the biggest takeaway of all. So the exact things that I did to make $12,000 in 48 hours. That's a big claim for some people. For some people, it's not a lot of money. For some people, it is a lot of money. To me, I was pretty surprised in how well it worked and how quickly it worked. Now, full disclosure, I've spent thousands and thousands of dollars on losing ad campaigns before I was ever able to dial down an ad that produced revenue like that. We'll start from the very beginning. The very first thing you need to get down is an offer. What is an offer? An offer, think of it as like a hook. Think of it as like a gimmick, a catch. Like, you know, when someone's like, oh, what's the catch, right? According to Alex Hormozi, a good offer is so good, people feel stupid saying no to it. Think about that for whatever it is in your business. So this particular offer was, we will do everything. We will do all your content done for you, film the content, shoot the content, edit the content, package it, post it for you on your social medias in less than 4 hours for an entire month. All you have to do is click the link. It was something along those lines. And at first I didn't think it was gonna work because we didn't disclose price, right? But as soon as we turned on the ad, it started I was getting DMs. So it was working. And then I was getting calls scheduled. And within 2 days, I closed $12,000 in deals. So let's backtrack a little bit. The offer was good for the market. They were excited about it. So that was the first thing. Number two, I didn't overcomplicate it. All I did was run an Instagram only ad for people to message me. So it wasn't a lead generation ad. It was an engagement ad where people just messaged me. And once they messaged me, I didn't have any fancy funnel back-end automations. All I did was they came into me and I personally sent them messages like, hey, what's your situation? What line of business are you in? What are your goals? And once I warmed them up, I scheduled a call with them and I as well closed them. So this was a small time thing. I didn't bring in my team. I didn't bring in any fancy softwares, any fancy systems. I was just solely trying to test the offer to see if it would convert. So a lot of people get it mixed up where they will build out a fancy tech system, a fancy this, fancy that, before they ever test the offer. And they put a ton of energy thinking it's the perfect system. It's gonna just crush sales. But if the offer is not good and it doesn't sell, it doesn't matter how fancy your back end is. So the very first thing that I was trying to do was test the offer, make sure that the offer was desirable, that the marketplace wanted it. And it doesn't matter what you think. You may think you have the best offer in the entire world. The market is going to tell you if they're going to buy it or if they're not. And that's it. The market is the decider. So I set up simple messaging Instagram ad, had a good offer, and then just personally messaged them and scheduled them directly on the Calendly link. Once I got to the Calendly, I qualified them. So the first day I ran it and set appointments. The second day I closed it. And by the end of the second day, I closed $12,000 in business. Again, some people may think that's a lot of money. Some people are like, oh, that's nothing. Who cares? Get to the real meat and potatoes. But the thing is, the key takeaways is how simple it is. So the key things to make money on anything online is, number one, the offer has to be good. And then once the offer is good and you make sales, it makes money, then you could start to scale it up from there. You could start to add the fancy software. You could add your CRM to it. You could add setters and closers, and you could add on top of it to generate it, right? Now that particular offer has generated, hundreds of thousands of dollars for us, but that is what it did in 48 hours. And that's how I knew that that particular offer was a winner. So for you and your business, the number one thing you want to do is craft the offer. If you haven't already, I would highly recommend checking out Alex Hormozi's $100 million offers. He has it for free, available via podcast. You could listen to it on an audiobook. You could read the book. I personally read the book and then listened to it again multiple times. So It's always a good refresher. Check out that book. That's a huge way to kind of dial down what your offer is going to be. And then after that, setting up the ads is relatively simple. There's not a whole lot of mechanics to it. There's a ton of great YouTube videos. I would recommend Jason Wojo. Check out his YouTube channel. He gives away tons of free game on it. And that's it. Have a good offer. The piece of content nowadays is kind of irrelevant. You used to have to make really cool content. Now it seems like UGC, user-generated content, does even better. So the content doesn't have to be crazy. And just like that, you could use a good offer, iPhone, and social media to make tens and thousands of dollars. It doesn't matter what business you're in, as long as you could think about something that is so valuable to the client that they have to have it right then and there. So I hope this was helpful. Subscribe to the channel. And like I said, at the end, I have a special offer for you guys. If you are in Las Vegas, traveling to Las Vegas, in Las Vegas for a convention, whatever the case is, we have an offer for the studio that is $99 to record an entire podcast, your first podcast, up to 4 guests, audio, video, the whole 9 yards, great lighting as you could tell here. So take advantage of it. The link will be in the description and we look forward to seeing you. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, subscribe and we'll catch you on the next one. Peace.